it's Hunter.
Hunter.
Not Hutter.
No, it's Hutter. I can't read.
You might be dyslexic.
Oh, I'm 100% dyslexic. Back to movie ReBoo. I'm your host, Michael Jennison, and with me today, my friend who wants to make a formal apology for liking the Phantom Thread.
Going right into it. I believe the year was 2017.
It was a dark and stormy night.
It was a dark and stormy night.
Well, please welcome back to the pod, Brett.
Well, I guess first, right off the rip, I have to change. I need to change my number one movie of 2017 to Blade Runner 2049. And that will knock off Phantom Thread, which is a fucking terrible movie.
I can't believe that it was Phantom Thread.
No, it wasn't number one. That was like number 4 or something.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. That was number 4 or 3.
Truly.
And I was just high on Daniel Day-Lewis at the time.
Well, that's fine. Who's not?
I think I watched. What's the blood movie?
There Will Be Blood.
I watched that recently, like that.
Right before you watched it.
I watched that, and I was just.
I will say that I'm not a big fan of Phantom Thread.
Oh,
have you seen One Shot After Another yet?
No.
Really good. I think you'll love it.
Okay, is that also Daniel? Oh, is that the show he's doing with his son?
Paul Thomas Anderson, the new Paul Thomas Anderson movie that just came out.
Oh no, I haven't been up to date with current movies.
No, I think you should see it. I think you'd really like it. But this is one of the few times, maybe the first time, and maybe the only time, that the beer is what picked the movie. So in October, I am bringing somebody on, a friend on, and I'm saying, pick your favorite horror movie, your favorite Halloween movie, whatever, and we'll watch it together, and we'll then talk about it. For Brett, I didn't do that. For me and Brett are both big fans of. You want to describe what we're doing? We're doing Nosferatu 1922.
Yeah. I didn't get to pick my favorite movie, but you picked my favorite beer, so it was like, okay, it's fine.
Yeah. So we're doing Nosferatu 1922. Is it Nosferatu or Nosferatu?
I say Nosferatu.
Yeah, we'll say Nosferatu.
But I also call the beer Nos, like for short. So
it doesn't make any sense.
Nope.
We're doing Nosferatu 1922 because me and Brett are big fans of Nos.
Yeah.
The Nosferatu Great Lakes Red Ale.
Imperial Red Ale. Now they call it a red IPA, but I think
really? It's just for marketing?
I think it's just to have it be a part of the limited IPA series, which is Monster, Chill Wave, Nosferatu, and I forget the 4th.
Everyone forgets the 4th.
Yeah.
What the fuck's the 4th? Is it a Christmas one?
No.
Not important, but
not important.
We're in Brett's house right now, and he actually has a Nosferatu painting behind us.
Canvas print, yeah.
Canvas
print.
Heaven forbid. Canvas print. This is when I first started drinking. This was like the gold standard for me. And then you can't really get outside of Cleveland. And my dad used to drive some down to me when I was living in Nashville.
Did not know that. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah. So it's one of my favorite beers of all time. I actually haven't had it in about 6 years. It's been a long time. The microphone just slowly.
You'll have to let me know if you remember.
Yeah,
if it's as good as you remember.
Yeah. So intentionally, I didn't drink it during the movie, so I'm about to drink it. Brett poured it for me in a frosted mug.
Yeah,
looks great. Yeah. Looks delicious. I will take my first sip.
Yeah. Hey,
cheers.
Buddy.
Cheers.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So smooth.
There's so much flavor.
What percentage?
8.
Yeah, man. And if you got a flashlight, like how I have my phone next to me, it's also intentionally red. And it's supposed to look like blood. It's just such a sexy beer.
I had it on tap on Friday. in the sunshine, and like the sun was hitting it.
Yeah.
It was just. It looks like blood in a glass.
It does.
It's pretty sweet.
Super sick. So, first time that the beer picked the movie, but I've always wanted to see Nosferatu. You had seen it before?
We had it on in the garage when we were handing out candy one year, but I watched like some scenes, but that was about it.
Yeah, and me and Brett literally just watched it together.
Yeah,
like
so it's pretty much my first time really watching it. So,
and we were also like talking during it. It's a movie that you can certainly talk.
There was a lot of shots you could just talk through.
It's a silent film, right? 1922, so still in the silent film era. This is a movie that I've been wanting to see for a long, long time. Yeah. So that's another reason why I kind of made you pick it. It's regarded as just like the original horror movie, kind of the godfather of horror movies. And you said you watched it while you were handing out candy for trick or treat.
Just in the garage. I mean, it's a tough movie to get someone to watch with. You know, it's
for sure
because it's not short. It's a
really
solid. It's a solid hour and 20 minutes.
I thought it was gonna be shorter.
Nope, I knew the runtime before we started. I'm like,
yeah. So, Brett, a little bit of background here. So, I think what's interesting, a really fun fact about this movie is that it's clearly adapted off the Dracula novel. Have you ever read the original Dracula novel?
No.
Okay. Brett's a big reader, so he's well read. So I just wanted to ask that.
Yeah,
but
I'm a scholar.
The Dracula novel came out roughly like in 1870. This movie came out roughly 40, 50 years later. And they changed the names intentionally from the novel, the Dracula novel, because they didn't have the copyright.
Didn't know that. That's cool.
And so the wife of the widow who wrote the book, she actually sued them. And she won, and the order was to burn every copy of Nosferatu.
Okay, so that was, I knew something happened.
Yeah, and so nearly every copy was burned.
Yeah.
Which you can kind of tell as you're watching this movie. There's some scenes that just look like... So a couple copies survived, but obviously like some of these copies weren't well preserved, right?
Yeah. Well, and we should mention that we watched the colorized version.
We should also mention this is free on Tubi or Amazon.
Amazon, yeah.
But we watched a colorized version. There was not an option for black and white, was there?
No.
I think...
Well, we had a renter buy it.
I think I would recommend watching it in black and white.
I'd like to watch it in black and white.
Yeah, before I made a recommendation.
Because there were some cool scenes where it's fighting with black and white, and also the film was probably burned a little bit, and it gave like a really cool optical illusion. Like, if it was intentional, would have been sick for the 20s.
Yeah, 100%. There is a lot of things in this movie where I'm like, is that intentional or is that just poor film quality?
It's 100% all just bad film quality that just ends up working.
Yeah, because there's a couple scenes where there's a couple scenes where like one was like almost translucent, everything on screen,
sick.
And it looked sick as they were coming into the manor, and you had no idea if that was intentional or not.
No, but it worked. So.
It does work.
It's one of the best shots of the movie.
It really is. All right, Brett, where to begin with this movie? I guess first things first. Did you like it? It's so fresh.
It is really fresh. I mean, I liked it, but it was nothing that I thought it was going to be.
Absolutely nothing like I thought this movie was.
Yeah, I don't want to give too much away. Like, I thought there was going to be more creeping terror from Nosferatu.
Yeah, and I guess we'll do a little bit spoiler freer before we get into the actual spoilers.
Actually, I'm going to say I really liked it. There's like iconic shots and techniques that are still used today. Like, it's.
I think you get why it's a classic, because there is some like shots or some elements that you still see in current day horror. At the same time, it is a 1920s silent movie.
Like if we went to go see it in theaters today,
yeah,
and it came out today, it would suck.
Yeah,
it'd be a terrible movie.
It's quite boring. It's quite slow. We were making fun of how like the IQ of the average 1920s film goer must have been pretty low because like they are just spoon feeding.
You also get a half an hour to read every prompt.
You do. Half an hour read every prompt. They're spoon feeding the plot. At one point, we'll get more of this a little bit later. At one point, I was wondering to myself, like, why is this happening in the movie? And then the prompt on the screen says, to this day, I still wonder why this is this way. Here's my best guess. And it's like, well, who's writing this prompt?
A guy that was only half paying attention to the movie.
I guess so. But yeah.
Oh, and the professor never... that subplot never came back into context.
That subplot never came into context. There's so many shots that are just shots for no apparent reason.
They were just having fun with a camera.
Yeah, I know. It seemed like there's so many shots of nature that don't have any...
Cool shots.
Good shots.
The mountains.
Mountains, some water. There's a mountain shot at the end that has nothing to do with anything.
Nope. But that the shot on the water with the...
Yeah, that was cool.
With the sun. Yeah. Or no, it was the moon shining on the water? Or this?
I think so.
I think it was all daytime, but...
One of my biggest issues with this movie is the fact that I assume in 1922 it was really, really hard to film at night. So everything's filmed during day. And...
when they colorize it, it brings it out the blue sky. So...
yeah, so, you know, if you know anything about vampire lore, they can't be out during the sun, but everything's filmed during daylight. And so you just have to kind of use your imagination. I think this movie would have been actually kind of scary if this movie was able to be filmed at night. Because there's a couple...
it would have been haunting.
It would have been haunting because there were some legitimate scary things that happened. My take is this. I can see how this is like the godfather of horror movies. Like there's a lot of elements. There's a stretch there when they're in the house of Nosferatu that's like a really solid 10-minute stretch.
Yeah.
The movie's 103 years old.
That's what I'm saying. Like if it was made today, it would suck, but it's 103 years old.
Yeah.
And, I mean, there was no book to tell you how to structure a movie.
No, they were writing the book. And so there's a lot of things that
there's 5 acts.
Dude, there's 5 acts. And though we're not sure if there was an act 3.
I don't remember act 4 starting.
But it got lost in the fire. Yeah. Let's just want to just get into spoil. No, but I do like it. I think I would recommend it. Like
any horror fan,
watch it.
You have to watch it.
It's fun.
Because pick any of your favorite. Stop dropping my fucking
that coaster. Does not want to. It's too frosted, Brett.
It's too
literally clinging to things.
Actually, try this one out then. Yeah, that's good. But pick any of your favorite horror movies, and it's directly inspired by Nosferatu.
I 100% agree. 100% agree.
Clear by every shot that Nosferatu's in.
I agree.
Oh, and the other thing I'll say is there were some cool effects for 1920s.
Yeah, there's one point where,
when they had the casket lid float up to the top. I mean, that was sick.
Yeah. Where he pops out vertical.
Yeah.
Out of it was sick.
Yeah.
When he goes through the wall, just like
that was probably the most impressive.
That was so sick.
Like, I'd love to know how they did that in 1922.
Yeah. And there's one that he just like appears too out of thin air.
Yeah.
That was sick.
Yep.
There's the shot down the hallway, the iconic shot down the hallway where it opens the door.
That was so cool.
All the uses of shadows.
Oh yeah, with his hand.
This is so sick.
Towards the doorknob.
Yeah,
I mean,
so good.
It's stuff that's still used today.
There's legitimately, for a movie being 103 years old, there's legitimately scenes in this movie that are like very, very good.
Yeah,
even to this day, which is super sick. And like, look, if you like horror movies, if you're interested in like the history of it all,
the origin. I mean,
origin of it all, Was I entertained? I was entertained. I was entertained because I watched it with you and we were drinking during it. And,
that helps,
and
but
bullshitting. I don't know if I'd watch it by myself and enjoy it as much. But I had to
I
legitimately
guess there's a
time.
reason why I haven't watched it by myself. I mean,
Because it's scary.
Yeah, it's I don't feel alone.
I will say that Nosferatu himself is actually quite scary.
And surprisingly fit.
Very fit. There's a lot of very fit people probably in costumes in this movie. His little minion does like a gymnastics routine on a bar out of nowhere.
It was 1920s parkour.
It was.
He picked the fastest route between point A and point B.
He does like a chin up though, for no reason at the end. Whatever. Or for a reason.
Showing off a little bit.
I know. Man. All right, Brett. I think we both recommend it, right? That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, 10 out of 10 I recommend. Yeah.
I would definitely recommend it. I mean, we don't need to score the movie. It's old as shit. But, like, I had a good time with it. I think people should watch it. It's free on Tubi. It's free on wherever.
Yeah, I mean,
it's fun.
It's an hour and 20 minutes out of your life.
Watch it with a mate. Have a pint.
Yeah, no, it's good to have a beer and talk through it.
Yeah. Like, we bullshit during the whole entire movie, and I think that was the correct way of doing it. All right, Brett. So, first things first, the main guy's name is Thomas Hunter. I can confirm that because I'm looking at the Wikipedia page.
Oh, it's Hunter.
Hunter.
Not Hutter.
No, it's Hutter. I can't read.
You might be dyslexic.
Oh, I'm 100% dyslexic. That's neither here nor there. Hutter, young real estate agent, and Knock.
Knock, yeah, he was the real estate.
Thomas Hutter agent. And Knock, they want to sell Count Orlok, Nosferatu.
Yeah.
A house.
I guess that's his alias.
His alias, yeah.
Yeah.
A house across the street that's really shitty.
It's nice and empty, though.
Nice and empty.
Those are the two adjectives that they used for that structure.
And that's what
nice and empty.
And that's what Nosferatu wanted.
Yes.
Yeah. Dude, the first 30 minutes, whole act 1, first 30 minutes is just really unnecessary background. Some of it's necessary, but holy shit, does it take a long time for the movie to start.
I mean, I like that they... What, turnover?
Louisville won.
Hell yes.
Let's go.
Down with Miami.
Have Carson back. That was a horrible fuck.
Yeah, fuck you, Cristobal.
Damn.
Dude, fuck Carson back.
I know. You just knew they weren't going to go undefeated. They were going to drop to somebody stupid.
He choked in Georgia.
That was a really bad high five.
That was a terrible high five. But, fuck were we talking? That might... Oh, did he secure that before? I want to see this replay real quick.
Oh my God,
shit.
He did.
What a snag.
You didn't think he was going to.
I thought it bounced off the ground from that other angle.
Looks like it might.
Oh no, God. He had that in his fingertips.
What were your thoughts on the first act, Brett? Man. I mean, just like
it's well, we should prompt it with like it's silent acting. Very different
silent acting.
Very different from what you know today. So they have to convey emotion through acts.
Over the top, abstract, just over the top abstract. Here's the thing.
I like the way it started with it clearly shows that it's two people in love.
Yeah,
and that he's kind of just naive, and he wants to make money.
Yeah, no, he's extremely naive. I think it's funny how over the top they have to act. Everything has to be overacted. Does it have to be though?
Well, probably not, but they didn't know.
Yeah.
We can look back 100 years later and
be able to watch Marlon Brando acts and be like, yeah.
Fuck Marlon Brando.
You don't like Marlon Brando?
I'm not a method actor fan.
Neither am I, but he's a good actor.
Yeah, he's a good actor. I'm just kidding.
You just talked about Daniel Day-Lewis at the opening of this movie.
Yeah, I know. As I've grown older, I've respected method acting less and less. I think it's more impressive to get just absolutely hammered and walk on a set reeking of alcohol and just deliver a fucking killer monologue.
I think Brando also did that.
He also did that, so
Yeah.
it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like,
pretty sure he's drunk during all of Apocalypse Now.
pretty sure.
Yeah, 100%.
But so yeah, Act 1, slow. It starts off good. It clearly shows they're in love, but it's like they're spoon feeding you the plot of selling Nosferatu the house, and it doesn't really make any sense.
They spoon feed everything to you.
Yeah. To be honest, it's kind of confusing because he has to travel to a guy in a castle to convince him to buy an empty house in a small town.
There were so many easier ways of doing this.
Yeah.
This is what they could have done. They could have literally have just had Hutter, just like his carriage breaks down, right? And then he has to like stay at the house. And that's how he meets Nosferatu. And then Nosferatu sees how pretty his wife is. And then is like, now I want to go to the village. Same thing happens.
Damn, that would have taken off like 40 minutes.
I'm 103 years younger. Well,
Yeah.
I'm 30, so that's actually easy math. I'm 73 years younger than this movie. So obviously I have a lot of other things to base that off of. But yeah, that would have been a so much easier way of doing it. There's literally 40 minutes just to figure out a way for him to be at Nosferatu's house.
Well,
and it's so unnecessary.
Shows that they're in love, and then he has to go away, and he's like, okay, I'm going to take, what was her name, Ellen, to their friend's house.
Yeah.
That has to be told in a plot, or in a prompt for,
Yeah.
There's so many things that are told in a prompt that you could probably just gather from.
It's so awesome how Blaine, the prompt
was.
It'll show you something, the prompt will tell you something, which you brought up later on about the guy's dead. There's no subtlety in this movie.
No subtlety. But I mean, it takes him a while just to get to the end where they tell him there's a werewolf. He can't go on later, more that day because there's a werewolf.
And they just found this random wolf, I think.
Wolf kind of thing.
That's just roaming around in the woods. The fuck was that?
They were just filming a wild animal at that point.
I know. And then horses just running around. I do love that the fact that they just were showing a live animal.
What else were they supposed to do?
At one point, I turned to Brent and I go, can Nosferatu turn into a bat? And he goes,
they'd have to capture a live bat for this to happen.
I was like, yeah, that's happening off screen. But you bring up a good point. These were live animals that I don't even know if they capture that wolf. Maybe they're in a zoo.
I think they were just out in the wild,
just trying to find a wolf
or a wolf-looking thing, like a wolf-type thing.
But there's werewolves. They know there's werewolves. The inn warns the man about werewolves, and then they also know that there's vampires.
It seems like they're living in a reality where
wolves
are knowingly living among
vampires and
creatures of the night or whatever. Yeah.
Ladies of the night.
I'm mixing up two phrases.
I'm
sure there's prostitutes.
I'm sure there's prostitutes. There's definitely prostitutes. And so, Act 1, slow, unnecessary. It's 1922.
It's
I'll
just
cut some
spoon
slack.
feeding you the narrative.
Yeah, and not even doing a good job of character building.
No, but
it's fine.
It's okay though.
I don't be a jackass here.
There's nobody. There's nothing to tell them what to do. I mean, it's like we talked about it during the movie. They have novels.
Yeah.
They're trying to create a novel on screen.
Yeah.
And it definitely plays like that.
Yeah. 100%. And novels give a lot of background before the story starts.
Oh yeah.
They got to build the world.
A lot of world building, yeah.
But when you have the ability to have camera, I don't know why I'm giving a lecture to 1922 filmmakers.
To me.
To you.
Yeah.
I'm moving on. Anyways, Act 2 is when it actually gets really good.
Yeah, so he finally gets to the castle.
Hutter gets to the castle, Nosferatu's castle.
We also didn't know if he was named Hutter or Butter.
Until about 20 minutes left to go in the movie. They finally capitalize it.
Act 5 is
Act 5.
They used a different font. We found out that it was Hutter.
Thank God.
But Oh, sorry.
I want it to be Butter for the record.
I really wanted it to be Butter. Butter and Ellen would have been
Butter and
like the most.
Dude, even this one. It's frothy,
There's
man.
something with you and coasters, man.
Here's the thing about Hutter or Butter. He is built like butter, though. Like we talked about this.
Yeah, he should have been named Butter because he was soft and
Creamy.
yeah.
Dude, I hated him so much.
He
It's hard to
sucks.
root for him.
He's not
a likable guy.
He was not a good protagonist.
Not a leading man.
No. Maybe if he would have cheated on his wife and beat her when he got home.
Mm-hmm.
Could have been a leading man then.
There were certainly multiple instances where I thought he was going to sleep with a nun, but he chose not to. Good for Hutter.
No, I mean I think that's just over the top. Like we're watching it 100 years later.
It would
so
have been
it's
condemned by the Catholic
yeah.
Church, as we were saying.
We definitely wouldn't be watching it.
No, we wouldn't be. They would have burned the last 3 copies, so
Yeah.
we wouldn't have been able to see it.
But yeah, so he finally gets to the castle, and it's supposedly nighttime, although it looks like daytime.
God, dude, that took me out of the movie so much. I was trying so hard.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, a lot of people would watch this movie and just be really, really, really confused. I mean, I was highly confused. You have to really pay attention.
Well, it's like watching a book. It's
like you really have to.
That's
be
the
paying
best way I
attention.
can describe it.
Yeah, because there was multiple times where I was super confused, and I'm like, it's actually nighttime.
Well, Act 4 was super confusing. So,
well, we were openly saying I have no idea what the fuck's going on. But anyways, yes, Act 2.
Sorry, probably the coolest shots of the movie.
Mm-hmm. Probably the best act. Maybe Act 5 is a little bit better, but it's really good.
Maybe, yeah, well, yeah, it has a pretty strong ending considering the time period. But so you find out he has henchmen that are all vampires as well, and might be the same guy doing all the acting because it just looked like Nosferatu.
Yeah, I'm kind of confused still if that was Nosferatu or not.
On the carriage?
Yeah, but it couldn't have been.
It might have been, though, because he was only showing his eyes.
Yeah.
Which was pretty cool.
It was. Then he cuts his hand. Hutter.
Oh, yeah, they're sitting down discussing. We don't really know what, but Hutter...
Because it's a silent movie.
Yeah, Hutter is cutting bread and slices his thumb.
Like an idiot.
Like a fucking moron.
Yeah.
Well, I think a clock chimed.
Doesn't matter.
And he looked over.
I think that's even worse. Why are you getting Hutter some slack?
Doesn't fucking matter.
Hutter's an idiot.
He cuts his thumb. Clearly blood comes out. And Mike is rooting for him to suck his thumb.
Yeah, I was. I wanted a little foreplay before the action started.
And then he did.
Well, he tried to.
No, he sucked it.
Did he?
He sucked it, yeah.
Not like real sucked it, though.
No, he just I think he just popped it in his mouth real quick.
Yeah.
He got the blood off of it.
Okay. And then he goes to sleep, like passes out. There's so much feigning in this movie.
Well, no, he like backs away. And
then Hutter passes out.
After he's like, no, stay a while. We can have precious time together.
Oh, yeah. And then
Hutter's like,
out.
Okay. Dude, and sits in a chair and passes out.
I fucking hate Hutter. Hutter sleeps in chairs so much. He passes out so much. Anyways. Hutter then wakes up and he's like, these 2 mosquitoes bit me really close to each other. So I assume he got bit by Nosferatu, but I guess he didn't.
I think he just got bit by mosquitoes.
You're believing that? I mean, I guess so.
No, I mean,
because he would have died.
People were dying.
Yeah.
Okay.
When did Louisville? Oh,
no, it's
first
just him as a coach.
Yeah. Where did he coach before?
This is his first at Louisville.
Is he the old Purdue coach? Ohio State 2018, I think it is.
Ohio State, remember?
Yeah.
No, we lost to Purdue.
Was it?
It was before 2018. No, it was 2018. You're right. I was at a wedding.
That sucks. I feel like bad things happen at weddings all the time.
Yeah, I had to watch it on my phone.
Like your friend marries the wrong girl.
Or people have weddings in the fall on a Saturday.
Yeah, it's no good. You know, Ryan's wife, Liz, she took our phones, so I couldn't even follow the score.
Oh, fucking bitch.
I'll take that out.
Is she a listener?
Yeah, she listens
All
sometimes.
right, yeah. Cut that one out.
That'd be the cold open.
You're able to cut, right?
Cool. Half of this has already been cut out.
All right, cool.
And so the best part of Act 2 is that night they go to bed. He's reading this book that apparently teaches him all about Nosferatu.
I think he found it at the inn where they warned him about the werewolf.
Yeah, you made a good comment. This inn, instead of having Bibles.
Oh, yeah, instead of having Bibles, they have vampire lore books.
Vampire 101.
Yeah.
Vampire for Dummies. Essentially, that's what it is.
That's actually what it was.
Yeah. And so it's telling him what to do. And so he's reading and he realizes that Nosferatu is going to want to like shadow over him at night or something. I forget the exact verbiage.
You get engulfed in his shadow, his dark shadow or something like that.
Yeah, dude. So he panics and then he goes to open his bedroom door. And then we get a extremely iconic shot.
Yeah. All the way down the hallway.
Nosferatu sleeping, I believe. Right? Or
no,
eyes
he's just
open?
eyes
standing
open,
there?
just standing in the hallway.
Yeah.
Not like still, just
still as the night.
Yes. Oh, very nice. Nice.
Thank you.
But just iconic shot, stuff they a technique they still use today.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
the hallway shot.
The hallway
The
shot
Shining
so good.
with the twins comes to mind.
Yep.
Yeah, just like extremely iconic. And just as haunting.
Yeah.
As it ever was. That was legitimately scary. Like that was legitimately like, wow. That's scary.
Yeah.
That was sick. The next 10 minutes is kind of all like that.
Well, it's all in the bedroom.
It's all in the bedroom. Nosferatu standing in front of the doorway, which I think is the most iconic shot.
It opens without any,
Yeah, you're right.
Opens automatically, and it's just Nosferatu standing in the doorway, and you just see his hands, like, by his side.
Yep.
And, like, that's the shot. Like, that's Nosferatu. So, I mean, it's just...
And then the shadow slowly engulfs him.
Yeah. But then nothing happens. Oh, no, then the wife starts going crazy a little bit.
Yes.
She starts feeling the terror far away.
We actually forgot a big plot point. He signs the contract. Nosferatu.
Yes,
for the
after
house.
he sees a picture of Butter's wife.
Ellen.
Yes.
He comments, she has a nice neck.
A delectable neck. I don't know if they used the word delectable, but...
It was implied.
It was...
That's what the actor's conveying.
Yeah. It was, tasty neck.
So that happened about 20 minutes before this iconic scene happens. Yeah. And so Ellen has this like weird telepathic thing going on with her husband and knows that he's in stress.
Yeah.
And then Nosferatu just doesn't attack him. Not really sure, for plot reasons, I guess. And he just like doesn't attack, and then he goes and sleeps in his coffin. And then Hutter passes out, because that's what Hutter does best.
That's all he does.
That's the only thing he can do.
Yeah.
He never does anything in this movie.
You got the contract signed.
It's true. Generational wealth, maybe.
Yeah.
And then Hutter does one of the dumbest things ever. He decides to go to the basement.
Yeah, he waited till daytime to investigate. They actually said that.
Yeah.
To investigate.
Instead of just running away.
Yeah.
But it's a horror movie.
What's that?
It's a horror movie. That's what
I mean, it's no one ever runs away or jumps in the running car. It's whatever. But so he goes to the crypt.
Yeah.
Finds the coffin that Nosferatu is, sleeping in, and decides to open it. And then he just falls on the stairs.
It's a sick scene.
Oh, when he flips open the lid. And it's just,
Another iconic shot.
It's just
Nosferatu just chilling in there. Odes to What We Do in the Shadows.
Oh, it's fantastic.
The What We Do in the Shadows and ode to.
Yeah.
They stole that scene from What We Do in the Shadows. And yeah, then Hutter just passes out, falls down the stairs, and then for some reason he has to he sees Nosferatu pack up and go home, or pack up and go to Hutter's hometown.
Yeah. And then he
lining up all the coffins,
yeah.
And then for some reason Hutter decides that he has to climb out of the window.
Yes, using
sheets.
Yeah,
I don't know where he got all these sheets from.
And then he's like 3 feet from the ground,
maybe two,
and drops and sprains his ankle or something.
And his robe gets caught in a prickle bush,
and then passes out.
And then he passes out, and then he wakes up in the hospital.
This is a recurring theme of him passing out.
I hate Hutter. Get it together.
Sucks.
Do something
soft. That's all I can say.
So soft. Butter makes more sense.
Butter makes sense. But so yeah, he's in the hospital, and Nosferatu starts making his trek in a boat because that becomes a thing. Hutter takes an entire on-ground journey to get to the castle, and then Nosferatu just hops on a boat.
And we assume that Hutter at least spent a day in the hospital.
At least a day. It seemed like 2.
It felt long.
It felt like 2. But see, this is where I get kind of lost. This is where the movie kind of loses you a little bit.
There was a 15-minute stretch where they kept cutting to a boat, and they kept cutting to a person in the woods, and then there was someone who looked a lot like Hutter on the boat, which me and you both
below deck.
One of us was like, "Is that Hutter?" And the other person was like, "I think so." And then that scene happens, and we all think it's Hutter. Ends up not being.
He's on the ground.
He's on the ground.
Yeah.
And at one point, I thought the guy on the ground had a beard. Because look,
when he was on the horse the one time,
he looked like he had a beard.
So
that's when I was confused. Like,
so yeah, this one kind of, and looking back on it, it actually is it's a race against time.
Yeah.
And for the 1920s, it's actually pretty sick. Pretty sick. I mean, they're going from boat to horse to boat to horse, and it's
a classic. Yeah.
It's in modern times, it would have been a pretty sick, montage.
Yeah.
And that was a 1920s montage. Now that I say the word.
Yeah, which is crazy because montage is literally a French New Wave 1960s thing. So they don't know how to do one.
Nope, but they did it.
They tried.
They didn't really do it, but they tried.
But they tried, and they tried.
So,
okay.
Even after he spends, I guess, a day in the hospital, he still beats Nosferatu, but maybe he beats Nosferatu to his town.
He does.
Maybe the trek by water is longer than
and Nosferatu takes over the ship, and so we were talking. Maybe Nosferatu doesn't know how to drive a ship.
He does have a castle, so it's like, rich people don't know how to do stuff.
That's true.
Yeah.
But they know how to do, sailboats.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a fair point. But also...
Is Nosferatu just a tech bro?
He can't operate. What's that?
Is Nosferatu just a tech bro?
Could be a tech bro.
He's a tech bro, probably. A lot of similarities.
But, I mean, you made a good point that...
Creepy
they can't sail during the daytime. So
no, they can't. So that takes away, depending on what time of year it is.
You can try to direct it.
Oh, it was summer.
It was summer.
Long days.
It was long days.
It was July 17th, July 20th. Long days.
Yeah, long days. So
short nights.
You can try to put it in a direction that'll coast to where he wants it to go during the daytime. But
how good of a mariner is he?
Probably not great.
Is that the right use of mariner?
I don't think so.
I think mariner's just a fisherman.
It's definitely a baseball team.
It's certainly a baseball team, and there's a compass rose behind them, so...
I'll be honest, I don't know if that's the correct term or not.
Anyways, I'll look up the definition of mariner. You take the reins.
But, okay, yeah, so I think we're in Act 4 now. I think by the time
there's a race to go get her, and Hutter, to the shock of everybody, wins.
Yes. And I think that's most of Act 4.
I think we go to Act 5. I'm confused where Act 3 ends and Act 4 starts, and I honestly don't think it's stated.
Act 3? No, I don't, because we were paying attention. Yeah, great job.
A mariner is a person who navigates or assists in the navigation of a ship.
Nailed it.
10 out of 10.
Yeah, 10 out of 10. Good job.
Holy shit.
Yeah, 2 thumbs up.
Wow.
Yeah,
good for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We also forgot that there's a weird segment, I think, in Act 3.
Holy shit!
So about the professor.
When that montage is happening, they introduce a professor.
Yeah.
Go on.
Who studies carnivorous plants, because that also exists in that world. And
well, it exists in our world.
Does it? Carnivorous plants?
It was a Venus flytrap they showed.
I didn't think Venus flytraps were real.
Oh, you don't really?
I thought that was like just like a sci-fi thing.
No, they're real.
Little Shop of Horrors,
Well, I mean, like a Venus flytrap's real.
That would have made a good Halloween episode as well. Little Shops of Horrors.
It would have been.
Little Shops.
Maybe next year. Yeah. The small. They're Venus flytraps are real.
Well, you learn something every day. Never seen one, so
a wild land where carnivorous plants exist. This is where it lost me.
Yeah,
werewolves.
So it is like a 15-minute segment of showing what this professor is studying and also showing his students. And there's a cool shot of a Venus flytrap or whatever eating a fly. That was pretty gnarly.
You think this is going to tie into the plot.
Never does.
Dude, there's literally a 25-minute stretch where it's that subplot. And even when it was happening, you and I were like, I don't know what this subplot's even talking about. And then they're cutting back and forth to the ship and the horse. And I'm not sure what's going on.
No.
It's never really stated what's happening. It was very, very confusing.
Yeah.
But they finally get back to the ship. So Nosferatu finally gets to the town, and he carries his casket down Main Street in broad daylight, though we're told that it's nighttime. Or we have to assume that it's nighttime.
And he has the ability to make things float, so I thought it was kind of funny that he's just carrying his casket.
That is true. There's a lot of things that don't really make sense to this movie. While that's happening, Nock is clearly possessed or is just planted by Nosferatu.
I think it'd be a pretty cool plot if he's planted. If he's a vampire plant.
You mentioned while you're watching this, and I like that, and I'm going to believe that.
It would make it for a more complex.
Well, he calls him like master and stuff.
Yeah. He
could just be like possessed, but he doesn't possess anyone else. If he had the ability to do that, he would have done that to a lot more people.
Yeah, so I think
I agree.
Yeah, and it like I said, just makes for a more complex plot. So,
So
gives the story more depth.
So Nock gets like arrested, he breaks out of jail.
Kills a guard.
The townspeople chase after him. Just parkour on a roof.
Oh, and all the while, people are dying of the plague.
Yes.
The Black Plague is going on.
That they think's the plague.
Or they think it's a plague, but
these mysterious bite marks are shown.
Yeah. But it's like a cool tie-in, I think, to a real-life horror of the time.
Yeah.
People lived through the plague.
They know their better explanation for what the hell was going on, right? And so there's about 20 minutes of just like people dying, which I liked a lot from a story element because Nosferatu, we can assume, is just killing a bunch of people off screen.
Yeah.
Which I really liked.
I think it's its own subplot.
Yeah.
I mean,
and like time's passing, and I really like that.
A technique that if they didn't know they were using.
Yeah.
In the 20s.
No, like super cool. Like I assume like 2 months almost passed, right?
Yeah.
At least some extended period of time passed. There was some good montages again of like the caskets being carried through the streets.
The death march was pretty.
Death march, the priest
pretty
putting
gruesome.
the crosses on the doors and stuff. Like very nice edited. This part, the pacing here.
This is Act 4.
Act 5.
This is Act 5.
This is Act 5.
You're right. Yeah,
the pacing in Act 5 is actually quite good.
It's actually great. I mean, it's
for all bad Act 3 and Act 4 are. They could not figure out how to do the race against time.
They tried, but
it was an attempt.
Yeah,
a confusing attempt.
But no, the pacing was great. It tied in real life horrors, which makes it even scarier.
This is kind of when the light
if you're
bulb,
watching it in real time, like if you're sitting in a theater watching it in the 1920s, like you're scared shitless. I think.
We lived through COVID. That wasn't a fun time.
I can confirm I did not
enjoy it.
Yeah,
it wasn't fun.
Wasn't having a good time.
No. So yeah, I agree. I was. This is kind of when the light bulb went on for me, and I'm like, this is why this is a classic.
Yeah,
because I thought that story element was really good. There's a lot of really good shots in general, even the shots of nature that don't really mean anything.
Still, shots that are done with film. Just
there's some really pretty landscape shots.
Yeah.
That for being 103 years old, I'm like, this looks better.
It survived well, yeah.
Yeah, these look better than some shots that I see in modern day movies.
So Butter gets to the house, and they're reunited. Does she fall ill again? I don't.
They both keep constantly fainting.
Yeah. And that's another common theme with Ellen is.
And at one point, she screams to the doctor. No, the
professor. No, she calls for the professor.
Oh, you're right.
And that's when I was like, oh, this is finally about to tie in. And he goes to get the professor. Spends forever at his house. Looks like they're about to kiss. Because they're holding each other's arms.
It does.
And I was like, so he's not going to cheat on his wife with a nun, but he's about to kiss this.
Yeah.
You might fuck this guy.
I almost think that the professor was created just to have a reason for Hunter to leave the house.
Yes. That's a good. That's probably a
what
good
else
observation.
Would it be?
Yeah. And then they walk back to she says to hurry and go get the professor, and then they walk back to the house.
Yeah.
Like a daytime stroll.
Like very slowly.
Very slow.
They have a conversation, and almost make out, and they have a slow walk back to the house.
And all the while, oh shit! Before this, Butter is passed out in the chair again. Remember, she goes to bed. He falls asleep in the chair.
Yeah,
next to the bed where his wife is.
Yeah, just so weird. Why does Butter keep sleeping in chairs?
And then this is when we thought that she wanted to fuck Nosferatu.
Sure seemed like
because she gets out of something wakes her up.
Yeah.
And he's sleeping in the chair, and she can sense that Nosferatu is looking at her.
Mm-hmm.
And she's looking at him, and then looks at the window. Just keeps doing like a back and forth. And then she opens up the window and reaches her arms out, doesn't she?
Yeah. It's like she's inviting him to come. And now
that's when she said. Then he wakes up,
and then she was like, "Go get the
professor." And then that's when they do the slow walk back. And then
there's some really cool shadow shots.
And then all the while there's he's creeping up to the door, and in the hallway there's this shot where there's shadows hitting the wall,
and that's fucking.
That's an iconic scene right there. And then when he's reaching for the doorknob, you just see his long fingers on the wall, also cool. And then might be the coolest shot of the movie. Next to the one where he's in the doorway. This might be the coolest shot, is when he enters the room and he's kneeling by the bedside. And you can see there's a body in the bed. The room is engulfed in shadow. And all you see is Nosferatu's face sucking blood.
Yeah. It's sick.
Like a horrifying scene. Like it's
very, very sick.
Yeah.
And then at this point, I'm like, all right, so she's dead? And what is this scientist going to come up with to kill the vampire, to save her, something?
Yeah.
But none of that actually happens.
None of it ties in.
And he walks after sucking her blood, and the sun rises, we think, because everything's shining.
No, it's for sure. The sun rises, and he.
Yeah, but it's tough to see because everything's shot in daylight.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And then we see a puff of smoke happen, and we assume he burns to death. I think it's actually stated that he.
It's confirmed because it goes to the real estate guy in prison.
Oh yeah, and say
it says
he's
Master
dead.
is dead.
Master's dead. Knock.
Yeah.
So I guess my interpretation of the last scene is that Ellen knew what she was doing, right? So that's why she opens the window. That's why she opens up the blind. That's why she tells him to leave, because she knows that Nosferatu wants him, right? Yeah. And I assume she's like, oh, it's about to be daylight. The only reason why this could make any kind of sense, right? Oh, it's about to be day. So she kind of plants a trap, knowing that Nosferatu is so horny for her neck that he would come over.
Or she was succumbing to her temptation as well. Because, aren't vampires supposed to be very seductive,
Yeah. And who wouldn't fall for Nosferatu?
I would.
Yeah, I guess so.
Right there.
Yeah. Good beer. I don't know. Anything else to add about the movie?
No, I have one question for you, though. What were you most surprised by?
Oh, that's a good question. I always thought that Nosferatu was just like this scary vampire that lived in this house, and that he was just like very violent and just like, I don't know, just like effing with people that in this house. Like people were staying in this house on accident and he happened to live there. That's what I kind of thought the vibes were.
Yeah, it's a pretty, that's what most people would think.
And I think it's just because you see a couple of those shots from Act 2 and it's kind of what you think of.
Yeah, I mean, I thought there was good, because I thought along the same lines. I mean, I thought there was going to be more shots of just Nosferatu terrorizing people.
But it's not much of that at all. It's more of a slow burn. A lot of it happens off screen, and it's a little bit more. It's very different. It's just very, very different than what I was actually thinking that it was. I did not think that it was going to be, about a dude just like trying to sell Nosferatu real estate.
That was a plot that I did not see coming. Heavy real estate plot. Yeah, I had two big surprises.
Oceanfront property is what Nosferatu is looking for.
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thunk?
It always comes down to just location.
Yeah, 103 years ago.
Doesn't fucking matter. He was just trying to expand his portfolio.
I get it.
Dude.
Money is in property.
He's 6,000 years old. He's got to find investments. I get it.
He's not coming to a flat meeting, that's for sure.
This quickly turned into me and Brett just quoting What We Do in the Shadows and saying, man, I wish we were watching that right now.
We could have done a double feature.
Yeah.
No, but I had two surprises. The first one was, incorporating the plague.
Yeah.
100%. Didn't see that coming at all. Bring in a real life terror. Really cool. The second one was how many people, like the size of the cast.
Yeah.
Like today, that would have been a huge payroll.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah. Tons of fucking people.
Yeah. Especially in Acts 4 and 5. Acts 4 and 5, there was.
Yeah.
That's when they started bringing in more people.
The townspeople and stuff. Something else, Brett, is the score. You mentioned it too while we were watching it, but it's called Nosferatu, a Symphony of Horror.
And they nailed it.
And obviously it's a silent movie, but there's massive score throughout. A clear symphony in the background. It sounded great. I think the music was superb. I love that aspect.
I think if you were in theaters watching this on the big screen in black and white, because you lose that daytime
Yeah,
aspect of it. But if it's on the big screen, you're watching it in black and white, and you hear that soundtrack coming through the speakers, I think you hold your breath a lot because they play they play up the suspense with the orchestra a lot.
for sure, 100%, 100%. I could see this movie being really scary in 100 3 years ago.
Yeah, yeah.
Like people were terrified of that train scene, right? The train driving into the screen back then.
Yeah. Fucking simple-minded pieces of shit.
But my favorite scene of all time was four of the sarcophagus that he travels with are filled with dirt and rats.
Yeah.
And then there's a prompt on the screen that says, "I've oftentimes wondered why Nosferatu travels with dirts and rats, and my best explanation is this." How fucking funny is
They're
that?
the guy's just guessing.
Yeah. So imagine there's just like this very nuanced, up for interpretation scene in a movie, and then all of a sudden there's words just describing it. This is my best guess.
But it's not.
Why does
it's not like it's not telling you like as a fact.
Oh yeah.
He's just like, I'm pretty sure it's because they have to be kept in like cursed
not
dirt.
Yeah.
It kinda maybe.
You're right. It's not even a fact. It's like,
you tell me if I'm right.
This is my best hunch.
Yeah.
I want to hear yours after this. Roger Ebert in 1927 summed up Nosferatu like this. Here is the story of Dracula before it was buried alive in cliches, jokes, TV skits, cartoons, and more than 30 other films. This film is in awe of its material. It seems to really believe in vampires. Is Maruna's Nosferatu scary in the modern sense? Not for me. I admire it more for its artistry and ideas, its atmosphere and images, and for its ability to manipulate my emotions like a skillful modern horror film. It knows none of the later tricks of the trade, like sudden threats that pop in from the side of the screen, but Nosferatu remains effective. It doesn't scare us, but it haunts us.
It's
really
good way of putting it. Yeah.
I mean, it's one of those things that I think is highly entertaining. I think it is super intriguing the fact that in 1922 that this is what they were doing. And I think a lot of the things that I find faults with it, which I was roasting it, it's just because there's 103 years of movies that I have exposure to that these filmmakers did not have exposure to.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm glad I saw it. I understand why it's still in people's minds 103 years later.
I'd watch it again.
I would watch it again for sure.
See if I caught a shot I didn't see.
Yeah.
I mean, like you're talking about people that probably have never picked up a camera,
and like
in their life, it's
cameras were so big. I don't know if you caught this, but like the camera never moves.
No,
cameras were so big that you could not move them.
Yeah,
and so you're limited, especially in horror, right? That's a genre that like moving the camera helps a lot. Like, how do you do a jump scare if you can't move the camera?
Yeah, Ebert calls out like lacking modern techniques or whatever you want to call it. And it's like, we wouldn't have these modern day horror movies without Nosferatu. That creeping terror is the still camera creeping terror is like the birth of horror.
I agree. No, 100%. Like, without it, I think the most impressive thing is the Black Plague tie-in to the whole entire thing.
Yeah,
and
it was just surprising. I mean,
And the scary techniques they use with like the popping out of the
yeah, when he slowly,
sarcophagus.
yeah, that was sick.
Care to guess what year the first ever jump scare was?
The specific year or like a decade?
The year.
A jump scare. I'm gonna say 1967.
1942.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Not even close.
In the film Cat People, in the scene known as Luton's Bus. I guess there was a very suspenseful scene, and then all of a sudden the bus slams on its horn, which is actually signifying the fact that they are safe because the bus is there to rescue them.
Wonder if that was intentional.
I feel like it was.
Okay.
Like how I haven't seen the scene.
Yeah, I feel like it was.
I talked to the guy. Oh, I know Luton. He's a good friend of mine. Friend of the pod. No, Brett, but I don't have much more to say. But I can talk about the beer.
Beer's timeless. Just like the movie.
Just like the movie.
Look at that.
Beer's really good. Beer's as good as I remember it. It is so smooth. I don't really think it's an IPA.
No, like I said, I think they just like use that as a way to incorporate that into the big four seasonals.
Yeah.
Big. Well, it used to be a tall can for a little bit. But no, it's an Imperial Red Ale. I think it's still just a red ale, not an IPA.
Yeah, but 8%, smooth as hell.
Yeah.
Delicious.
It's so much flavor.
So much flavor. Just good fall flavors too.
It's been my favorite beer of all. Like it's been my favorite beer since I was like 17.
Do you remember when Ryan chugged a Nosferatu and then blacked out and didn't go to the Penn State Ohio State game and you took his ticket?
I remember that. I've told that story to a lot of people.
I will say they pack a punch.
Yeah.
You gotta be careful because like you don't really feel like you're drinking an 8%er.
Ryan woke up that morning and did a power hour by himself.
With Nosferatu.
No, it was with his own craft beer that morning.
Okay.
But they were like 7.5%ers.
Yeah.
And it was 7:30 a.m. and he was sitting on the floor just doing power hour.
Yeah. As one does.
As one does.
Ohio State Penn State game, baby.
We were when he chugged the Nosferatu, I think that was around like 10 a.m.
Yeah.
We were on the porch, grilling brats and smoking cigars. And
as one does.
As one does at 10 a.m.
Ohio State Penn State game, baby.
Hell yeah. Halloween weekend.
Yeah. 2017. I was her.
You were her. Yeah, you were walking penis.
I was walking penis from her.
And
won the costume competition. There was no costume competition.
Ryan walked out onto the front porch with a Nosferatu. That was when they were in bottles. They were sold in 4-pack bottles back then. And I was like, hey, man, that's my favorite beer of all time. Enjoy it. I didn't, I loved that he was drinking it. And then I think he had buddies that said, hey, there's a party going on somewhere else. And he's like, all right. And then chugs it. And then he walks back like 20 minutes later in like zigzags, I think, and just passed out in somebody else's bed. And then you looked at me, you're like, hey, Zim, looks like you're going to the game. Well, yeah. I couldn't buy a ticket.
Yeah.
No one was selling tickets.
And we were just about to leave for the game.
Yeah.
And Ryan's dead corpse was laying face down in his bed. Ryan missed that game.
I did not. And that was JT Barrett's
Saquon Barkley game.
Yeah.
Saquon Barkley kick return touchdown. We were down by a lot. Then JT Barrett
went 16 for 16 in the
fourth quarter.
Yeah.
To win. It was a sick game.
I think it was 16 for 16.
That's one of my lasting memories of Nosferatu. Nosferatu, though, super good beer. It's sad that they don't get outside of Ohio, but
didn't know they don't get outside of Ohio.
Some stuff does, but not.
Yeah, I know Dortmunder does, and
I like Dort.
I fucking hate Dort.
You hate Dort.
I have. You can have the Dortmunder in the fridge.
Well, if you have Dortmunder in the fridge, you clearly don't hate it.
No, somebody
Gave it to you.
somebody as a housewarming gift did not know that
You
I
hate
hated
Dortmunder.
Dortmunder. I can't stand it.
Brett's gonna drink 70 Oktoberfest this year.
Yeah, probably this. We'll hit 70 this weekend.
Brett,
We have 5 more to go.
Give me your top 3 Oktoberfests of all time. You can go 5 if you need 5.
I'll probably go 5. I mean, right off the rip, Great Lakes.
Is this in order?
No,
Okay.
I can't do order. That's
Great
too
Lakes.
hard.
Great Lakes has got ahead
Great
of Great
Lakes.
Lakes watching Roofman this weekend.
Easily the best local
It's good.
brewery, that does Oktoberfest.
I like spices in my beer, in my Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
But you got to know what you're doing. But I think the Great Lakes is very flavorful. But it's,
they've nailed
done
it,
well.
and it's consistent.
Yeah, it's tastes the same as I remember. Yeah.
Verhanstefaner, that's like the original from Germany.
Oh wow!
I think that's the world's oldest brewing company. To be honest, man, like the best ones come from the fatherland.
Germany?
Yeah. Like the one that we had tonight, Hacker Shore. I wouldn't put that in my top 5, but it's
really good.
It's really good. I mean,
it's really good for sure.
So Great Lakes, Verhanstefaner, Paulaner. That's another good one from the fatherland. That'd be in my top 5. Let me consult the list real quick. I mean,
absolutely. Hey, you got the remote?
Yeah.
Turn Fox on.
All right, hold on. I have to do it for my phone. It's hard to remember 65 beers. All right, yeah. So top 5 would probably be Great Lakes, Verhanstefaner, Paulaner, Eyinger. How many is that? 4. Oh, and then the one I had for the first time this year. I don't think I added to the list yet. Hansa Brewing in Ohio City.
So I'm sorry.
Great Lakes, Verhanstefaner, Paulaner, Eyinger, and probably Hansa. Had that for the first time this year.
In Ohio City?
In Ohio City. It's a German brewery / restaurant. Oktoberfest is excellent. I think he won like gold medals for it in like 2018 or 19. In New York, like it was a big festival or a big competition, and the best Wiener Schnitzel I've ever had in my entire life.
Love me some Wiener Schnitzel.
Yeah.
All right. I've only had Great Lakes. I have not had the other 4, but
I might have some in the fridge.
What am I drinking here?
That's Erie Oktoberfest. That's from Erie, PA.
Good old Erie, PA.
We have some family friends that brought in some, they're supporters of the cause, so they brought in some Oktoberfest.
That's cute. That's cute. Any parting shots here?
Watch Nosferatu. I mean, if you like horror,
yeah,
it's
find out where it all began.
Yeah. Plus, it's just fun watching people not know how to use a camera.
It's really entertaining from that perspective.
Yeah.
Watch with a group of people. Have a fun time with it.
But drink more Oktoberfest. That's all I can say.
Yeah. Words to live by.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Take care.
Peace. Yeah. See ya.
Bye.
Reflected in her shape.